Hi, everyone. How are you, Immunitech family? So excited to be here with you today. I see that so many are connecting. We're still getting on the Zoom, so we're just gonna start off with some fun recognition before we get into our guest speaker, who you definitely don't want to miss. I know you guys already know her and love her. So fun recognition. Let's see, what did we see in the chat? Now, reminder, this recognition isn't for today's. I was looking in today's chat and I was like, oh, I want to share today's recognition, but that's for tomorrow. So don't be upset if I don't say your name, because this is based off Sunday and Monday's activity in the group chat. So let's get started. Of course, our very first one who posted her activity, Dina Holmes. She got an early start on Sunday. And in preparation for the week, she started scheduling her activities and getting them into her planner. I love that, because things will happen if you plan them for sure. There will be a lot of activity that she's going to have this week. She even scheduled a Discover Immunitech for tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So way to go, Dina, getting that activity started in the chat. Martha Amet, I love that she shared her notebook and how she had divided it into 4 sections. So great ideas. Her first section, daily to do. Second section, prospects. Third section, follow up. And fourth section, Power Week notes. I am going to steal that from you because it's so powerful. Ivana Gonzalez, she started doing home parties on Sunday. She shared how her friend Patty, the host, was able to achieve the silver rank at her home party. People, at the party, she was able to rank up. She's new to Immunitech and super excited. And then on the side, she mentioned that she had left a Magalog in the U-Haul store. You can share Immunitech anywhere. And then Dale shared the flyer that we used. I think it was way back when we did the first one this year in January, the Power Week flyer. So thank you so much for sharing that, Dale. It's a wonderful, wonderful tool to use when you're out prospecting. That was, I think, would it have been before we had the Magalog, I think? Yes, because I believe so. Yeah. And so wonderful tools to use nevertheless. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. Oh, wait, I do have some recognition. So yesterday I was in Oklahoma, and though the group I was primarily there visiting were Spanish, there were some English speaking consultants there, and they had some prospects. So there was activity going on in Oklahoma bilingually. So yay to Oklahoma as well. And so now we're going to get started with today's PowerPoint. And it's all about shifting your focus from yourself to your prospect. Easier said than done. Something that I experienced even yesterday in Oklahoma, some of the consultants there are brand new, and they were saying, they commented, wow, hearing these doctors in Immunitech share about Immunical and the science, and I just feel like if I was a doctor, or if I was a nurse, or if I worked in the medical field, I would have more success. But you know what that
We lost Linda. That's because of all the excitement that she's experiencing. So let's wait for her
tells
to
me,
come
is
back.
it the
There she is. We lost you for a
We
minute.
lost you.
Oh no, when did you lose me?
Like right at the beginning.
Okay.
So go
I'm
for it.
just like chatting along. Okay, well, I apologize if some of this gets redundant because I don't know where you last heard. So thank you, Alberto. Shifting your focus from yourself to your prospects. So I was mentioning earlier that when I was in Oklahoma yesterday, a lot of the consultants there in that team, they're new, and they were saying how doctors, nurses, people in the medical field that are in Immunitech, wow, they're just so impressive. And these consultants weren't. And they're like, if I was in the medical field, I would have way more success in Immunitech. And all that tells me is that the focus is on themselves, not on their prospect. Because the reality is, if everyone did what doctors say, the world would be a much healthier place. So you don't need to be a doctor. You don't need to be a scientist or an engineer or anything like that to have success in your business. What you need to be is a human who cares about another human, and keeping your focus on your prospects, not on yourself, not on what you have and what you don't have, but on what they need. The next slide talks about building rapport. And this is so important. That goes a long way. How you're dressed, how you present yourself. Do you have a smile on your face? Are you approachable? Building that rapport when you meet someone new, or when you're in a group setting, even let's say with your new consultants, you might just have a chance to meet new people, but you have to build that rapport. And that reminds me of something that Lou has always talked about. Lou Purini, a few Power Weeks ago, talked about how you want to become friends with people. The next slide talks about ask open-ended questions, but wait for the answer. Sometimes we're disturbed by the silence and we might ask a question. And if the prospect doesn't answer immediately, we feel like we have to fill that void, that time. We don't. We need, if we ask a question, we want to allow them the time to kind of think and come back with an answer, and not speak for them. Don't feel like we have to fill the silence. Just give them a second to kind of think through the question that we asked. And that takes me to the next one. Listen to and observe your prospect. You know, if you ask the question, but then you answer it for them, you really don't know what's going on. You do want to listen to them and observe what they're saying. Make it a point to understand what motivates them, what moves them. And I'll give you an example. We talk about dreams all the time, right? And if we ask a prospect, what's your dream? They might say to have a brand new, you know, five-bedroom house, or a new Mercedes Benz, or they might say something really big, or to travel the world. But is that really what we want to know? Do we really need to know what their dream is when we're talking to them at the beginning, or do we really need to know what their needs are? Because their immediate need might be just having an extra $300 a month in their pocket to cover the inflation of the price of gas to fill their car. It might not be a big fancy new car. It might just be gas for the car. And that's something that Immunitech can help them with. So listen to and observe your prospect and get to know them and what moves them. And then lastly, exhibit respect and build credibility in your follow-up. You know, this reminds me so much of Dina. Dina talks, I learned from her way back when. She had said, if someone asks you the question and you don't know the answer, that's okay. It's okay to say, hey, give me a day or two and I'll come back to you with an answer. That's where you build credibility. You show respect to the person by, you know, letting them know, by being sincere and genuine and letting them know, let me get back to you. And you build credibility in your follow-up. That goes a long way. And that says much more about who you are than pretending to know all the answers immediately in the moment. Again, if that's your focus, you're focused more on yourself and not on your prospect. And so with those little tips for today, it's time to get started with our marvelous speaker. This woman is, you know her already, so impressive. She is one that every time she speaks, I learn a nugget and I write it down and I'm saying it everywhere I go. So without further ado, let's give a big welcome to, from Fort Myers, Florida, our loving diamond, Dina Holmes. Dina, you there?
Yes, I'm here, Linda. First of all, I didn't know what you were going to say today. You didn't know what I was going to speak on, but girl, we are so in tune with one another. All right, my sister from another mother. I'm so excited to be here with all of you. As you know, if you can read, my name is Dina Holmes. I am a huge raving fan of Power Week. It's really a time for us to get together and just up level our activities, right? For this week, create that momentum, and we're planting lots of seeds. And in time, those seeds are going to start to sprout. And just like other seeds, some are going to sprout pretty quickly, right? And others, it's going to take a little bit more time, but those will blossom too. So your patience and your diligence and your follow-up is going to be so worth it. Now, not only are we planting a tremendous amount of seeds this week, but we're also becoming a master of a very critical skill. Okay, so I want you to think about that. When you think about Power Week, and I want you to use the chat, okay? What skill do you think you're going to master this week out of all the activities that we have? So as you're putting that in the chat, you know, we could think of many different skills, maybe getting organized, right? Having our prospecting materials all ready to go with our labels and our flyers in hand, right? Maybe we master the skill of attending Zoom meetings. No, That's not a skill we're trying to master, right? But let me see if anyone's put anything in the comments here. Don't be shy, people. What skill do you think you're mastering during Power Week? Someone name one. Okay, good, Ivana. Sharing the app. Yeah, that's a good one. Presentations, Giancarlo, thank you. Contacting new people. Yeah, these are all really great skills that we're going to learn more and more throughout Power Week. Communication, Foster, Glenda, follow up. Yeah, these are great. So what I'm going to talk to you about today, Sheila and Sandra stepping out of our comfort zone. Huge. That's a great skill. What I'm going to talk to you about today is a skill of starting new conversations, starting conversations with people. And maybe we don't think this is really a skill, but it's really a critical one that you need to become proficient in. And it ties in so well with what Linda was presenting earlier. Shift your focus from yourself to your prospect, she said. And we need to do that in our conversations, okay? Like Linda said, being a human being who cares about another human being. I love that. So I want to break this into 3 different categories. All right, are you ready? Category number 1, people you already know, okay? Category number 2 is people you're going to meet, strangers, right? You're out and about, people that you're going to meet that you don't know, all right? And category number 3 is going to be people you meet online, because online is a great way to prospect as well. So let's get into this and let's discuss our first category, people you already know. Now, there is absolutely, positively no way that you have talked to every single person that you know about Immunitech and our awesome business and our awesome products. I'm not even going to look at the chat, because if you say that you already have talked to everybody, I won't believe you. All right. When we first got started with our business, we were encouraged to make a list, right? The A list of people who absolutely need our products, right? Or we know would love our products. And then the B list, people who we want to talk about the business, right? Would love for them to be our business partners. So some of these people on your list, maybe you have not talked to in quite a while. So let me tell you what does not work. All right, are you ready for this? So I'm texting. Hi, Joan. Hope you and the family are good. I'd love to invite you to learn about some products that have helped me so much. I'll be hosting a webinar this Friday at 7. Here is the Zoom link. Hope you can make it. Why is that not effective? So most times it's not effective, okay, because you went right in for the score. You didn't even warm up, you didn't stretch or anything, right? Some people may even think it's a bit rude. They're like, I haven't heard from Dina in how long? And here she's just trying to sell me something, okay? So on our team, I want to tell you something that we do. We have a power hour, and part of that power hour is we take 15 minutes to simply start new conversations. And we're doing this on social media. We're doing this with our list of names of people that are in our relatively warm market, right? Friends, neighbors, family, things like that. And when we start a conversation, we're checking in with these people to see how they're doing. Just like Linda said, let them respond, because that's what's called a dialogue. And then you can steer the conversation in the way that you want. Hey, how have you guys been holding up? Everybody been healthy? Question mark. How's work going? If you talk and ask about work or their health, you can typically steer the conversation into something that's helping you, and then give 2 or 3 reasons why you think it would be for them. And then go for the if I, would you question. These are really, really helpful, okay? Meaning, if I send you a short video on what I'm taking to strengthen my immune system, would you check it out? Isn't that nice? I'm giving them the option. Or if you find out that they're stressed out at work, right? You could say, wow, timing could be perfect. I started working with a company because I was a raving fan of their products. A few months later, I got a check for almost 4 figures. If I send you an invite to a webinar that I'm teaching about it, would you be willing to check it out? Right? So sometimes you're going to try to steer the conversation into a particular way, but it just does not happen. Okay, you have two options. Keep them on your list and try again in a few days. Hey, Gloria, it was so nice catching up with you the other day. I've really been thinking about you. I started working with a company a while back because I was a raving fan of their products. I'm trying to spread the news about the product line and the business. I really respect your opinion. If I send you an invite to a webinar, ... right? Or if I send you a video on the product, would you check it out? Okay, the if I, would you works really, really well. Don't feel that you have to rush the invite to check out your business, the invite to talk about the products, all right? That was category one, people you already know. Moving on to category number two, strangers, people you just meet in person, okay? Now, I know this can be a little bit trickier, right? I totally get that. It's a difficult one for me at times, believe me. At times when we just meet strangers, it's difficult to have a real legit conversation, right? Where we can show how much we care. So what do you do in that case? Well, one thing that I have found to be helpful is start off with a compliment, right? Hey, your service today was spectacular. You would crush it at what I do. If I give you a little brochure, would you check it out? And you hand them the 11 Secrets brochure, right? Or I've also used this one. Hey, I'm just curious, real quick. Have you ever heard of glutathione? Most people, 90% are going to say, no, what's that, right? So this is when I have the flyer. So I've got my flyer, right? I'll say, well, look, I'm a rep for this company. The name is Immunitech. I want you to take a look at this info. And if you're interested in what you see, text me and I'll put you in a drawing for a free 5-day supply. When you're handing out these flyers everywhere, there is a time and place just to leave a magalog, or we know Randy Gage says if you're flying on the airplane, stick some in the seat pocket in front of you, or you run to the laundromat and you're going to leave some at your doctor's office. I get that. There's a time and place for that. But my speech today is on starting conversations. So when I have a flyer, I'm trying to tell them, hey, check this out. If this is at all interesting to you, text me. My number's right here. I'm going to be doing a drawing for a 5-day sample of this stuff. Let me know if you're interested. Just text me you want in on that drawing, right? Because I want these people to contact me. It's so much better than you just randomly handing out flyers to people that they're going to use to spit out their gum later, right? Okay, let me check my time here. All right, category number 3, meeting people online. Now, this is the long game. It takes a while on social media to build the know, like, and trust factor with people. So if you see someone on Facebook or Instagram that looks like your ideal customer or business partner, start to engage with them. Comment on their posts, comment on their stories, ask questions to get them into a conversation. And if it's someone that I think would be my ideal business partner or customer, I jot their name down. If they start engaging back with me, and I'll make it a point every few days, give them some love on their posts, love on their stories. And then I go for the invite. Hey, saw your post on XYZ today. Loved it. I'm curious. Have you ever considered an extra income stream using your social media? Leave it there. Keep it simple. They're probably going to ask you, well, what do you mean? Okay. Do you notice how I didn't have this long dialogue, couple paragraphs of why they'd be my ideal partner and everything about our product and 45 years of science-based evidence and right? I didn't do that. So now they ask me, well, what do you mean? You could say something like, hey, basically it's an opportunity to leverage your existing audience to share things you love and get paid for it, similar to affiliate marketing. If I send you a 2-minute video, would you check it out? Right? I asked that if I would you question. Now with social media prospecting, I don't send super long videos. Okay, these people don't really know you overly well and they're busy. They don't have tons of time. So I'm going to share a secret with you. Okay. My all-time favorite video to share when I'm prospecting on social media, it's on the app. It's under business shareables, scroll all the way to the right. It's a 2-minute video with Maurizio, our CEO. It's called Discover Immunitech by Maurizio Domenzai. Okay. It's short, it's concise, it goes over the product, it touches on the business, and it gives them just enough information where then you can set up a one-on-one meeting with them, a phone call, a Zoom, right? Or invite them to one of your official Discover Immunitech presentations. Okay. And again, if they say no to the business, talk about the products. Okay, my friends. Well, this is just what I wanted to cover today, the art of conversations, whether it's people we already know, people we're out there meeting on the streets, or people we're talking to on social media. So let's get out there, start those conversations, spread the word on Immunitech, our business, our products, and have a super awesome Power Week. Back to you, Linda.
Thank you so much, Dina. I was taking notes, girl. I really was. I love the way you broke that down. The people you already know, the ones you're going to meet, and the ones you meet online, because they are 3 different categories. And sometimes we think it's like one size fits all. And that's how we lose people. I also love that you humanized it, right? It's you talking to other people. You don't have to go in. Every conversation doesn't have to be a 45-minute Discover Immunitech presentation, right? Depending on the category. And so I love your points. I love that if I would you. Wonderful question. I'm going to have to figure out how that translates, and then so I can share it in the Spanish groups. So thank you so much, Dina. As always, I learn so much every time I hear you, girl. And I know that everyone does here too. You are a powerful woman living a powerful life with a powerful purpose. So thank you for all that you do. Alberto, Sara, poor Sara, I think we've had some connection problems. So I think she's falling in and out of the Zoom. But Alberto, do you want to share some love on our Dina?
Sure. No, fantastic training. And Dina, let me tell you, sometimes, it may take a little while for people to open up and share with you their needs, so it's worth waiting, because that will tell them that you're in it for the right reasons. You just want to help. And if someone shares something with you and you say, you know what, I think I have something that could help you with that, if I would you, hey, why are they going to say no? On the contrary, they're going to say, tell me more. Right? But wait until that moment happens. And if it takes us a longer time, so be it, no problem, because you're creating relationships for a long time. Remember, you're looking for associates that will be with you for a long time. So don't expect to sell them something right away, because if you try to do that, they may purchase something from you, but they may not purchase anymore. You want them to continue to be with you in a relationship with you for a long time. So love it. Thank you, Dina, for your example. And guys, this week is creating so much momentum. So many people are excited about everything that is going on. It's only Tuesday. I know a lot of people are going to take advantage of this and keep sharing information. So thank you. And back to you, Linda.
Thank you, Alberto. Yes, I think one of the things I want to say is, please today, share your activity. What that does is that inspires other people. Without getting into the activity for today that I really want to talk about, that we're going to say for tomorrow, there was some posts today that I was like, yes, that's amazing. You guys have shared some wonderful tips. And I know each Power Week, everyone comes out with a broader perspective of what the business is and what the business can do. And that's what this is all about. It's not a race. It's not a race at all, but it's a lifestyle, kind of hinting toward lifestyle dreams. It is a lifestyle. And so we definitely want to, go at our own pace, look to lean on others for help and suggestion, and maybe to, broaden our perspective and get new ideas. But be true to who we are, and just know that we are all just human beings, right? We're being in the moment, and we're being in that moment with other people. And it's not any different from just your casual conversation and talking to someone because, hey, you dropped that, or hey, I love that dress. I say all the time, I'm always in the grocery store going, girl, I love your purse. And then that just opens up a conversation. It doesn't even have to be about Immunitech. And so share your activity in the chat. One thing that you share can open up the world for another person. And that's what this is all about. So thank you, Dina, so much. Guys, we will be here same time, same channel tomorrow. Look forward to interacting with you guys on the chat today and celebrating more of you tomorrow morning. Take care.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All
Bye.
right.
I just jumped up.
Thank you,
there.
Dina. Awesome
Dina.
tips. Thanks, Alberta.
Bye,
Thank you,
Dina.
Linda.
Bye,
Awesome
Dina.
job.
How are you? Bye, Alberto.
Tomorrow.
All right. See you tomorrow, guys.
Get well.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Let's do the
everybody.
countdown.
Good job, Dina.
Thanks, babe.
Thank you. 5,
Oh.
4, 3, 2, 1. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.